Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all my learners. My name is Maryam Shafiq and I am from APS Hilal, your maths teacher. We are going to discuss about matrices and determinants. Objectives for the lesson are: students will be able to define matrix, identify number of rows and columns of matrix. Third, identify order of matrix. And fourth is identify equal matrices. So, introduction for matrices and determinants are used in the field of mathematics, physics, statistics, electronics, and other branches of science. Matrices have played a very important role in this age of computer science. The idea of matrices was given by Arthur Cayley. English mathematician of 19th century, who first developed theory of mathematics in 1858. Now here is the important point. Kindly underline this point on your books that might come in your exams about the name of author, theory of mathematics, who developed it, or this date 1858. Okay, what is matrix? A rectangular array or a formation of collection of real numbers. As we all know, all numbers on a number line are real numbers. Okay, here says 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 7, such as, like the formation of collection of real numbers, in a rectangular array, or the formation of real numbers in this way. And if we are going to enclose these real numbers by brackets, enclosed by brackets, is said to form a matrix. Clear? If I am, for example, if I am going to write here 1, 2, 3, these are just numbers. Okay, these are just numbers, but if I enclosed them with brackets, now this is a matrix. Okay, so what is matrix? A rectangular array or formation of collection of real numbers such as, and then enclosed by brackets, is said to form a matrix. Similarly, this is another example of matrix. We term the real numbers used in the formation of matrix as entries or elements of matrix. Now these real numbers are enclosed by these brackets. Okay, then it is a matrix. The real numbers which are enclosed by brackets are the elements or entries of a matrix. If I am going to ask with you what are the entries of this matrix, then you can say that 1, 3, 4, 7, 2, 0 are the entries of this matrix. Similarly, what are the elements or entries of this matrix is 0, 1, 3, 4. Clear? Okay, come to the next. Matrices are denoted by capital letters. Okay, whenever we are going to write any matrix, then we can use capital letters like A, B, C, M, and up to so on, all the English alphabets, but in capital letters. rows and columns of a matrix. It is important to understand the entity of a matrix with the following formation. This is a matrix A. This is a matrix A. The entries which are presented in horizontal way are the rows, or in simple words, the entries which are presented in x direction are the rows. This matrix A has 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. R1, R2, R3. How many rows are there? 3 rows. R1, R2 and R3. In matrix, the entries presented in horizontal way are rows, and in a matrix A, there are 3 rows as shown by R1, R2 and R3. Let's move towards the columns. How we can identify the columns in a matrix. Okay, there is the definition for them. This is a matrix B. The entries in a matrix which are presented in vertical way are columns of a matrix. This is the first column of this matrix. This is the second column of a matrix. This is a third column of a matrix. There are 3 columns, and we represent these columns with capital C, and with first, if it is a first column, then we can write it C1. If it is second column, then we can show it with C2. If it is a third column, then we can show this A with C3. Okay, so rows and columns are the entries which are presented in horizontal way are rows, clear, and the entries which are presented in vertical way are columns of a matrix. Okay. Now, order of a matrix. What is order of a matrix? How we can find the order of any matrix? The 2 things you must be remember when you are going to find the order of a matrix. You must know about how many rows a matrix have and how many columns a matrix have. Okay, let's move towards the definition. The number of rows and columns in a matrix specifies its order. Exactly. If you know the rows, about rows and columns of a matrix, then you can specify the order of a matrix. If a matrix M has m rows, okay, and n columns, then M is said to be order of M by n. For example, this is a matrix M. How many rows it has? Row 1, row 2, okay. There are 2 rows, 2 by how many columns? 1, 2, 3. 3 columns. So the order for matrix M is 2 by 3. Since it has 2 rows and 3 columns, whereas the matrix N, now there is another matrix N. Let's find out the rows for matrix N. Row 1, row 2, row 3, okay, 3 rows, column 1, column 2, column 3, 3 columns. So the order for matrix N is 3 by 3. Let's move to the matrix P. How many rows? Only 1 row it has. And how many columns? 1, 2, 3. 3 columns. So the matrix P is of order 1 by 3. Clear? How to find the order of a matrix? You just find first how many rows a matrix have and how many columns a matrix have, and just write them like this. Okay, let's move towards equal matrices. What are the equal matrices? Let A and B be two matrices. Then A is said to be equal to B and denoted by A equal to B if and only if there is a condition. For equal matrices, there are two matrices if we have A and B. These two matrices are equal to each other and we can denote it by this: if and only if these two conditions are satisfied. Okay, first condition is the order of A equal the order of B. Second condition, their corresponding entries are equal. Okay, let's do this with the help of example. There is a matrix A. Take one matrix A and the second matrix B. Let's check the first condition. Order of A and order of B are equal. Okay, let's check. To find the order, we must know about the rows and columns of matrix. How many rows of the A has? 2 rows. Okay, 2 by columns, row 1, row 2. Columns, column 1, column 2. 2 by 2. Okay. What about matrix B? Row 1, row 2. Column 1 and column 2. Yani 2 by 2. Order of matrix B is also 2 by 2. Order are same. First condition is satisfied. First condition is satisfied. Now check the second condition. Is it satisfied or not? If the second condition is satisfied, then we can say that A is equal to B. Okay, what is the second? Corresponding entries. Entries are equal. What are the entries? Elements of matrix are the entries. Okay. Elements of A: 1, 3, -4 and 2. Elements of B: 1, 2 plus 1. We know that 2 plus 1 is 3. -4, 4 minus 2. We know that 4 minus 2 is 2. So the elements of B are 1, 3, -4 and 2. Both are equal. Entries of both matrices are equal. Just compare these entries. First entry of matrix A is 1. First entry of matrix B is 1. Both are equal. Second entry of matrix A is 3. Second entry of matrix B is also 3. Okay. Third entry of matrix A is -4. Third entry of B is also -4. Now check the fourth. Fourth entry of matrix A is 2. Fourth entry of matrix B is also 2. All the entries are also same, so our second condition is also satisfied. So we can say that A equal to B. Matrix A equal to matrix B. Let's move towards the next example. There is a matrix L and second matrix is M. Check first condition for these both matrices. Order of matrix L is 2 by 2. Order of matrix M is 2 by 2. First condition is satisfied. Both are equal. Let's check the second one. 2 equals to 2, okay. 3 equals to 3. Minus 1 equals to minus 1, okay. 2 is not equal to minus 2. One entry is different, okay. So matrix L and matrix M are not equal. We see that order of L equal order of M, but entries in the second row and second column are not same. So L is not equals to M. Let's move towards the third example. There is a matrix P and second matrix is Q. Let's check the first condition. Order of matrix P is 2 by 2. 2 by 2. 2 by 2. And what is the order of Q? Row 1, row 2. Okay, 2 by C1, column 1, column 2 and column 3. 3. 2 by 3. So our first condition is not satisfied. So we are not going to examine the second condition. From this we can say that P and Q are not equal. Okay students, next there is an example, exercise 1.1 of your textbook. In question number 1, you find the order of the following matrices. As I explained you earlier about how to find the order of matrix, find the rows and columns of each matrix and write them in proper way. For example, this is a matrix A. What is how rows of matrix are R1, R2, 2 rows and 2 columns. So we can write this 2 by 2, right? Similarly, you can do the rest of the parts for question number 1. Let's move to question number 2. Which of the following matrices are equal? For equality, you will check the two conditions which I explained you. For the equal matrices, you can check two conditions for these matrices and find out which from these all matrices those are equal and those are not. Okay, in question number 3, find the values of A, B and C and D which satisfy the matrix equation. Now this is an equation because of equality sign, and you can compare all the entries like A plus C equals to A plus C equals to 0. First step is the comparison. A plus 2B equals to minus 7. C minus 1 equals to 3, and 4D minus 6 equals to 2D. Now these are 4 equations. You will compare all these equations and find the values of unknown, which are A, B, C and D. That's all from my side for today, and you can ask any question related to this topic in class 9th WhatsApp group. Thank you.